This segment is sponsored by the Virginia Railway Express. A better way, a better life.
The Virginia Railway Express prioritizes its riders' safety, and it continues to be one of the best alternatives for commuting into D.C., especially for those looking to avoid traffic and to enjoy a smooth and reliable ride. And here to share more is Charlotte Nourse, the System Safety and Security Manager at Virginia Railway Express. First of all, thanks for joining us here on Good Morning Washington.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about this here. How do you ensure the safety and security of your riders? What does that process look like?
You know, at VRE, safety is at the heart of everything that we do. Our day isn't over until our passengers and employees arrive home safely. All of our onboard crew members are trained in emergency response. They're always on the lookout for risks and hazards in the rail environment. We design our stations and platforms with safety in mind. Each of our rail cars have resources for you, including emergency signage and tools available at your disposal. It's really VRE's aim to make sure that our passengers feel safe wherever they are in the system, whether that be in the parking lot, at the station, or on board the train. And we're achieving that goal. We've consistently been a leader in safety in our industry. We're one of the first railroads to adopt positive train control, which is a special technology that prevents train-to-train collisions, overspeed derailments, and movements into unauthorized work zones.
Wow. Well, let's talk a little bit about being on the train and safety. You said there are some signage that hopefully that your riders take advantage of, but also access points so that if they did have an issue or concern, they could reach out to someone on the train.
You know, when you board the train, look for the emergency passenger intercom units. They're located in every rail car. They're at the stairwell, they're in the restrooms. They're a small, very powerful tool. You can use them to contact the onboard crew members immediately. So if you have a medical concern or something of that nature, it can be a really great resource for you.
Let's also talk about safety and security in the form of police. You said there are uniformed officers on there, but there are also some not in uniform. So even if you do not see someone in a police uniform, know that there are protective measures in place for those who ride the train.
On VRE, all uniformed officers ride for free daily. They ride our trains daily. We also have an undercover law enforcement officer program. They're available if the conductors, you know, are in an emergency type situation and they need some assistance. So rest assured, you know, you could be sitting right next to one.
So we know it's convenient. We know that it is a nice way to get to work. It's very comfortable, and we know that it's safe. So I have to ask then, what is the reason we should not be riding the VRE, right?
Yeah, who wants to be on 95, right? And you know, it's summertime, kids are out of school, kids ride free as well, so take your family in if you like.
And I think that's a good point you make here, because we think of it as the commute, but you're right, it is summertime. It does run during the weekdays, so think of it outside of those realm and think, hey, this is something for like a family adventure.
Exactly, yeah, it's a great way.
That's good stuff. Well, Charlotte, thank you so much for being here today, giving us a little bit more insight on why we should be taking advantage of the VRE, and we're going to put the information up on the screen for how you can reach out and book that next ride.